What's up, party people? Scott Adam Gordon here with AndroidPIT.com. Android 5.0 Lollipop is upon us. I've got here on the Nexus 5. You can do this too, even if it's not available yet from your carrier. I'll put a link in the description for our article on how to do that. So far, I'm really impressed with Android Lollipop. Most of the people in the office are. However, there are a few things that I don't particularly like, and some of them are just kind of weird. Anyway, I'll show you what they are in our top 5 Android Lollipop fails. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the silent mode, or possibly lack thereof. You can press the volume down normally with most devices to go down to the silent mode. With the Lollipop update, unfortunately, it only goes down to vibrate. Now, firstly, somebody said that this was possibly just a bug and that it was possible to go down to silent mode by pressing the volume down button because they'd seen that that was possible on the Lollipop tablet version on Nexus 9. We tested that and that just wasn't true at all. So that isn't a solution, unfortunately. Yes, you can press none, and then this will mean that there are no interruptions, which is like a silent mode, except the LED notification light will no longer flash, which I guess makes sense if you are putting this on your nightstand, for example, and don't want to see the flash, you want no interruptions at all. However, it's not really like a silent mode. You also can't press the volume up key to get out of this no interruption mode, which would make sense, I guess, if the phone was locked in your pocket and you didn't want to accidentally come out of this. However, it doesn't really make much sense if you just want to do it normally. I also made the claim in my article that with this no interruption mode on, you wouldn't see notifications if you tried to unlock your phone after a notification had came through. It wouldn't display on the screen while in no interruption mode. This has been queried. We weren't 100% sure if this was the case on all devices. I've since tested it, and this sometimes happens, but sometimes it doesn't. Today I tried it a few times, and with emails, the first couple of times, nothing appeared on the screen even after an email had been received. Subsequently, I did see a notification. So I guess I don't know what the cause of this is. Maybe as soon as the notification came through, that's when I locked the phone and it kind of registered, so it already acknowledged it. I can't be 100% certain at this point. I guess you'll just have to try it for yourself and see if this happens to you. The next thing we're going to look at is the recent app stack. Now, some people have reported that having all of these recent apps open here has caused some kind of slowdown with the device. We're not sure if that's the case. We haven't experienced it so far, and supposedly the ART runtime means that this won't happen with Lollipop. So we're not sure about that claim yet. However, there are a few other things that are quite annoying. Firstly, why is this first app so low down on the screen? There's quite a small margin to actually tap this between the actual buttons here. I don't know why it wasn't just raised a little higher. It's a small thing, it's not a big deal. The other complaint I have is everything looks quite similar, lots of different shades of greys and blacks. It's quite hard to know where one app ends and another begins, unless you get to the more colorful ones. The Android Lollipop recent app stack will show any app and also, by default, any tab that you've opened within this selection here. Because so many are apparent, it almost means that we have just another app drawer. It's almost just as easy to find one of your more recent apps just within the app drawer here, instead of trying to scroll through this window here. So in the end, I'm not even sure if it actually saves time or takes more time to use. As I just mentioned, the tabs in Chrome also appear in the recent app stack. So they aren't accessible by default by the little rectangle icon at the top of the Chrome browser. And this is quite inconvenient because if I'm within Chrome and I do want to check my most recently accessed tabs, I may have to scroll right through here to find one that I used, maybe hours ago or days ago even. Which seems rather annoying, and this is something that Google, actively wants you to do when you first use Lollipop, and because it says so when you first open the Chrome browser, and it just seems inconvenient. Of course, it can be switched off manually in the settings, And also recent tabs can be accessed as well there. But I don't know why it's even suggested to use it the other way. It just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Next, we have the quick settings menu, and this one's actually my favorite one. So if you drag your notification bar down, you will see that the quick settings almost come into view here, but they're never quite accessible with a one-finger swipe. It's actually impossible to bring them all the way down. And so I don't know why Google is teasing me there with the prospect of these quick settings when I must drag my finger down once more to get to them. It doesn't seem to have helped anything to do that, it just annoys me. Lastly, we come to the power button. Google has taken the concept of a power button quite literally by making it only a power button. There are no other functions or other settings you can change by holding down the power button. I don't know about you, I never met anybody that had a problem with airplane mode being accessible just through holding down the power button on the right-hand side. I don't know why this has been limited so much. In CyanogenMod, I know in the Xperia UI, you can have access to a lot of things, like on my Xperia Z3 Compact, you can do the record on screen or the screen capture. I don't know why they've limited so much just to a power off button here. So with all that being said, I do really like Android Lollipop, and all of the features I've talked about there is a workaround for them. I mean, you can do the two-finger swipe to bring down the quick settings. I've already explained you can change the Chrome tabs so they don't appear in the card stack. There is a silent mode. I mean, the phone can be made silent. You know, these aren't big problems, and overall, you know, I'd still definitely recommend downloading Android 5.0 on your Nexus 5 if you haven't done so already. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel, check out the other articles in the description below, and until next time, thank you.